So if we go back, Maya, in ignorance, she has no clue how to return to Brahman. She doesn't know. So if she says, all I know, I am a body, right? So she says, okay, I'll go into the source, I'll go into the body. The body is still a covering. Okay, I'll pay attention to the prana in the body. The prana is still a covering. She has to go to the Brahman world, which is more subtle. It's mean thoughts about the source.
So she has to go to the mind.
Yes. So, except she has to go to the thoughts that are only names with no forms in the mind. She has to go to thoughts in the mind that are only names, don't have form. And the names have to be around the source. Because if she goes into the mind to the material world, thoughts about the world, the Geva believes, she witnessed that. The Geva is the witness, so the Geva thinks that it is a physical body perceiving the images in the material world, in the mind. When the attention is shifted to the Brahman world, and Maya thinks, I am the Supreme Self, the Geva start to realize that's the truth. And who sees Maya thinking, I am the Supreme Self? I am the witness. I'm always the witness. I suddenly witness Maya thinking, I am the Supreme Self, because this is knowledge. The witness...
So this is outside of the mind.
No, it's inside.
It's all, this is all, the play is within the mind itself.
Because the Buddha gets the illumination of the witness, of the consciousness. So now it gets the direct light, illumination.
So these are modality, these are the modifications of the mind.
These are...
The Geva, the witness, these are all...
No, the Geva and the witness and Brahman are the source. The modification of the mind is the buddhi and the ego. Buddhi, the knowledge aspect of Maya, ego, ignorance aspect of Maya. Buddhi is the higher mind, ignorance is the lower mind. Buddhi is the knowledge aspect of Maya. This is why it's called the knowledge covering.
So why do we
and
need...
Buddhi, ego is the ignorance aspect.
So why is the witness, or the terminology witness, created? How does that lead us to ourself, the source? And it removes all ignorance.
What removes ignorance is knowledge. Maya. The ignorant aspect of Maya is being removed by the knowledge aspect of Maya. So Nagara says it's the war between ignorant Maya and knowledge Maya. Who is going to win? If knowledge Maya wins, ignorance is gone, knowledge disappears. Why? Because the knowledge is like a medicine. Ignorance is the disease. When you take the medicine, both disappear, the ignorance and the medicine and the disease. Or knowledge is like fire. And the ignorance is like a field of dry grass. When the fire burns the whole dry grass, the fire disappears. This is how Maya becomes liberated. And in the process, the Jiva stops identifying itself as a separate entity, and then the Jiva is the witness. So you remain the witness, and then there's nothing to see when you remain the witness, because nothing sees the witness. Witness is the seer. If there's anything to see, it's still the illusion, duality. So when there's nothing to see, the witness remains. The witness being absorbed into Brahman, eternity. what happens for the majority of seekers, because they don't realize the importance of knowledge, and that Maya is the thinker, that they are not the ones who are thinking. It's Maya, and what activates her thinking is the knowledge aspect. She hears the knowledge, it awakens the knowledge aspect in her. She starts to contemplate, she starts to concentrate. What happens, she's like this, removing the ignorance aspect of her. And then she disappears, and you remain the witness. So if there is no knowledge, what happens? There is no understanding. Nagaraj used the term, he says, how do I know you? Let's say I want to know you. I understand something about you in order to know you, isn't it? Supposedly. Here we're talking about knowing yourself. Here we say, okay, to know something else other than myself, external. I know something, which we can look at this in a moment. I have to understand, right? So I learn about you something. The more I learn about you, I understand more of you. The more I understand more of you, I know you. So it goes like this. The 5 organs of perception in the scriptures, they are called also the 5 organs of knowledge. Why? Because they deliver knowledge from the external universe. So if we walk in the jungle, we see a particular plant, we taste it, that delivers knowledge about that plant. We see the plant, that delivers knowledge about the plant. We touch the plant, that delivers some knowledge.
That's
Yes?
that's what I was referring to, experience.
Yeah, because it's related to the external.
It's related to the external.
So now the 5 organs of knowledge deliver knowledge for the mind to have the understanding. That means that understanding is already in the mind, it was covered before. So it
Correct.
reveals.
Correct, yeah.
So the more I learn about the plant, the more I understand the plant. The more I understand the plant within, I know the plant. Once I know, then there is knowledge. Okay? Except now we're talking about plants, external. Let's look about who you are, which is not external. You can only know yourself for certain, because you are the ultimate knower. Yeah? This is why the sages, they know everything. Because the source knows everything. It is absolute knowledge. It is supreme knowledge. So, due to ignorance, I believe I'm a physical body. So when Maya hears the knowledge and she starts to contemplate, I am supreme knowledge. Suddenly, the Geva hears it. She knows it is the truth. And the Geva knows it is the truth. The Geva is same as witness.
I think the confusion that I'm hearing for myself is that I'm confusing the terminology Maya, Geva, and witness. I don't know who they are in the play.
Yeah.
A play of things. I really, okay, I understand the Geva, because the Geva could be the one that thinks it's responsible for all this material world.
No, it's Maya. She created it.
But who created Geva?
Nobody. The Geva is the source. It's just degradation of light, of misidentifying.
But who's calling it Geva?
Just knowledge. In order for you to contemplate internally and to have the revelation, to see the vision of the sage. He uses these particular terminologies in order to give Maya direction. So there will be revelation. The knowledge aspect of her, she will see, she'll say, aha, she would have visions of the sage. Because this knowledge is everywhere. It's not individual, it's universal knowledge. It's like, even Nisargadatta, when we opened the videos, he said, it's merging into the universal knowledge. What is he talking about? Maya, she's very powerful. She's not just what we are used to, the mental of the mind. She creates the whole universe. She creates the whole universe. She veiled the source. Maya, if you look at the scriptures, she says she's indescribable. You cannot describe her. She's so magnificent. She's indescribable. We look at the non-dual, he says she is not real. You cannot describe her as real or unreal. She's just indescribable. She has the power of the source within her. So she creates anything. That means Maya has the power. Not the mind. She uses the mind as instrument for her service. One aspect is the buddhi.
Did Maya create the mind?
Yes, she created everything. Maya is the power of creation. She created all the 5 elements. And then with the 3 gunas, she created the 3 bodies, which is gross body, subtle body, and causal body. That's where the identification is, because I am as a separate entity. The Geva identifies itself as the gross body. I am a physical body. And she identifies with the subtle body, with her ideas and the ideas that Maya has, the Geva identifies with. Because the Geva is the witness.
So they
because it's light permeating throughout the whole thing. Whose light is it? It's the witness consciousness light. So it's in every step of that degradation of light, it permeates, it's inside. That's why it misidentified.